What's good? What's good? What's going on, y'all? Man, it's been a while, man. I was on vacation last week, so it feels like it's been a while, man. It's been a while since I've been live. What's up, Thomas Rice? What's going on, man? Shout out to Thomas Rice. He said, "What's good, Ed? Can't wait till your show tonight. There's definitely a lot to talk about with our team, the Washington football team, 100, and really think we are definitely going to go off this year on defense and offense." He said, "But anyway, God bless, bro. Stay safe out there." Shout out to Thomas Rice. That's my guy. He's a great guy, man. Big Washington football team fan, big Skins fan. That's my guy right there. We talk football all the time. All the time we talk football. Yeah, man. God bless you too, man. For real. Yeah, we're looking decent in practice. We're making strides. The offense is getting better. The offense was struggling at first, which is expected. No mini camp, no OTAs, anything like that. So I expected the offense to be rusty. Haskins started out rusty, but he's been on fire the last few days. Went 13 for 13 today. Had a great day. Not a great day, but had a good day. He had a good day. I think he threw a touchdown. He did throw a interception, which was a pick six to Landon Collins, but Haskins looked great, man. He threw a hell of a pass to Terry McLaurin yesterday, which was awesome. Where Terry McLaurin just punted the ball. That joint was nice. That was my favorite play of the whole training camp that I've seen so far. That was my favorite play where Haskins just bombs it to Terry McLaurin. And they show on the other side, they show the Ohio State play where he did it against Northwestern and threw the ball to Terry McLaurin in college. And it was basically identical. It was identical plays. I loved it. Terry got up, punted the football like you see in the thumbnail, went crazy, was talking smack. Terry showed that he's a beast. Greg Stroman tripped him up, and he still caught the football. So I'm loving that connection. Can't wait to see I can't wait to see Terry and Dwayne Haskins play this year. And that pass, it shows, they're getting better touch. Because last year against the Lions, Dwayne Haskins overthrew Terry McLaurin against Darius Slay, who I think is going to get cooked week one against the Eagles. Terry's going to get a lot of yards on Darius Slay. I can't wait for week one against the Eagles. I can't wait. And that Lions game, Haskins was overthrowing Terry McLaurin a couple times. It would have been Terry McLaurin should have had 2 or 3 touchdowns against Darius Slay in the Lions game. So that play shows me that he's progressed, gotten a lot better with his touch, and better chemistry with Terry McLaurin that they already had anyway. And it's great. It's great to see that Dwayne Haskins is getting first team reps. He looks like he's going to be the starter. They probably will name him the starter I want to say next week. That's what I'm thinking. And it's just night and day with training camp last year and this year. It's awesome to see. He's been running with the first team. He's basically the starter. Where last year he was like the third string quarterback behind Colt McCoy and behind Case Keenum. You see that the coach did not care much about Dwayne Haskins last year. But this year is different. Ron Rivera cares a lot about Dwayne Haskins. He wants him to be the starter. Nightings, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Sports fan all day. My man, Ed, what's up, man? I like that profile picture. Peep, what's going on? Peeps. I do like Peeps. I only eat them around Easter. Don't eat them around any time. I actually haven't had a peep in a long time. I didn't even have peeps this Easter. I don't think I did. Chris Carter, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Kenny Man Fitness, he's a channel member. He's an elite channel member. That's my guy. Make sure you guys sub him up. He does workout videos. Is in great shape, man. And he plays basketball too, man. He makes some basketball videos here and there too. He will be on the channel next week with my man DC or Redskins. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Even though I have the banner in the background. With Washington Football Bay 70, actually DC Bay 72. That's my guy. He will be on the channel next week. All elite channel members will be on the stream next week with me talking Washington football. Dwayne Haskins Jr. So once again, shout out to Kitty Man Fitness. He is an elite channel member. Dwayne Haskins Jr. Dwayne is in the building, man. What's up, Dwayne? What's going on, Dwayne? What's up, man? It's an honor to have Dwayne Haskins in the building. He said we've taken some big steps this offseason. Yeah, you guys have, man. You're playing a lot better. You lost weight. You get out there. You're moving really fast. You're evading the pressure in the pocket, man. You're making good moves out there. Throwing the ball to Terry McLaurin, throwing the ball to Logan Thomas. You and Logan Thomas have a really good connection. You guys are building a really good rapport. That's what Ron Rivera has been saying. So I like what I see. I like what I'm hearing, So keep up the good work, Dwayne. Keep it going, man. I like that. DH Simba. William Zimmerman said, how's the offensive line doing? They're up and down. The offensive line has not been great from what I've heard. They've been up and down. Jerron Christian has been a huge surprise. He looks like he's going to be starting at the left tackle position. I don't think anybody thought that would happen coming into the season. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be either Sadiq Charles or Cornelius Lucas. And right now they said Jaron Christian is playing the best out of all the left tackles right now that are healthy and available. I think we did sign another tackle. I can't remember what his name is, but it looks like Jaron Christian is going to start, man. Jaron Christian, he said he didn't. I don't know if he said that he didn't take football seriously because he knew Trent Williams was going to start and Morgan Moses was going to start, and he just didn't work as hard as he should have when he really should have. So shame on Jaron Christian, but now he's taking football seriously and working out. He worked out with Trent Williams over the summer, really gotten his body right and gotten stronger. So he will be starting at left tackle week 1, which might be a concern because we haven't seen consistent play from Jaron Christian. But hey, who knows, man? He might actually step up and be really good. Third round pick out of Louisville. We'll see what he can do, man. Maybe it's not Jack Del. Maybe Ron Rivera can coach him up and help him play better. So we'll see. He's locked in. Ready Red, what's up, man? What's up, man? Y'all not getting Earl Thomas. Y'all are not getting Earl Thomas. They already said. I think Jerry Jones said that he's not getting Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones. Old man Jerry Jones said he doesn't want Earl Thomas. So you guys are not getting Earl Thomas. I don't know if you want Earl Thomas, but you guys aren't getting Earl Thomas. So, Big Smitty, another channel member, what's going on, man? Big Smitty 350, what's that, man? What it is? What's going on, man? JB Hardy, another channel member. Yo, what's up, JB Hardy? What's going on, man? Dwayne Haskins Jr. said, let's have Terry as starting kicker. You're a funny guy. Dustin Hopkins isn't bad. Welcome back. Thank you, JB Hardy, man. I had a good vacation. I had a good time. But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to talk Skins football. It was hard to follow what was going on in training camp because, of course, I was out of town having fun, having a good time at the beach and all that. So it was hard to follow everything that was going on. Tab King, what's up, man? Shout out to Tab King. Kevin Cronin, what's up, man? Solon Yadada, yes, sir. What's going on, man? Tab King 13 said Terry embarrassed Strowman. Yeah, he did. He didn't moss him, but he outran him, beat him like a drum, got tripped up, and still caught the pass on Greg Strowman. So he sizzled Greg Strowman. Basically what he's going to do to Darius Slay week 1. It's going to be a long day for Darius Slay. It's going to be a long day for Darius Slay week 1. Terry McLaurin versus Darius Slay. I can't wait to see that matchup there. Solon Yadada, HCTR, Casper Hill, what's going on, man? Yo, what's good? What's up, man? Ready Red said Earl's coming home. Nah, I don't think he's coming home. I think he's going to possibly go to the Browns. I think he's going to the Browns. The Browns, they like guys who, kind of are a head case, have trouble pass. You look at Odell Beckham. Myles Garrett was drafted by them. You see the incident with Myles Garrett. The Browns, they don't have a problem bringing in guys with trouble pass. You look at they drafted Johnny Manziel, who was a head case. So the Browns don't really have a problem with bringing in guys who have locker room problems and off the field issues. Earl Thomas, man, he would be perfect in Dallas. He would because, he has the domestic incident with his wife pulling a gun, holding him at gunpoint, locker room cancer, getting in fights with his teammates. So he would be perfect for Dallas. He would definitely mess up that locker room. And Earl has regressed. Earl Thomas is good, but he has regressed. He's not the same Seahawks safety that he was before. He's still pretty good, but he's not the best at tackling. He can get stiff armed just like he did by Derrick Henry. So you guys can have Earl Thomas, even though Jerry Jones said he doesn't want him. Tall guy 804, what's up, man? Big Smitty 350 said Terry. For Laura Watt said we are beating the Eagles this time. I don't care what it was. I agree. I think we're gonna beat the Eagles. I got us beating the Eagles 20-17. It's gonna be somewhat of an ugly game. 20-17. Yeah, it's gonna be somewhat of an ugly game. I think it's gonna come down to a field goal. I think we will win that game. We will force Carson Wentz to fumble and throw an interception. Terry McLaurin's gonna cook Darius Slay. Adrian Peterson's gonna have a pretty good running day. Montez Sweat and Chase Young, they're gonna get back there to Carson Wentz. And I think Ronald Darby will get an interception. Ronald Darby's playing a lot better than what he did with the Eagles. And the Eagles secondary is very weak. I feel like Dwayne Haskins is going to have a good day like he did last year when he was Rookie of the Week against the Eagles. So the Eagles secondary is still not very good in my opinion. The defensive line is pretty good. It's not bad. John Hargrave and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham is a little overrated. But I think we're going to beat the Eagles. I think we owe the Eagles. We were up 17-0 last year. I think we're going to beat the Eagles. We should have beat them in the second game as well. We're going to beat the Eagles. We are. We're going to beat them week 1. I got to split with the Eagles next year. Sports fan all day said, I hope Isaiah Wright makes the team. I hope so too. I haven't heard much about him in training camp. I really haven't though. I haven't heard much. I thought I would hear more. I've been hearing more about Cam Sims, so I think Cam Sims is probably going to make the roster this year. He did last year. I think he's going to make the roster again. Holla at Yemi. What's going on, man? What's going on? He's a big Skins fan as well. Shout out to Holla at Yemi. Make sure you guys sub him up. He does he does Washington football content as well. So in Yadada, I do not think Earl Thomas should come to DC. I don't think we will bring him in. Ron Rivera is running a tight ship. You see, he released Cody Latimer. He released Darius Geis at the drop of a hat before any news even came out. So I just don't see him bringing in trouble guys. Like I said, the domestic incident with Earl Thomas, with his wife holding him at gunpoint, and the locker room, scuffles and fighting and things like that. I just don't see Earl Thomas being in DC. I don't see Ron Rivera wanting a guy like that. So I just don't see it. And Troy Apke has been playing well. Like Abel Ambrosio, shout out to Abel Ambrosio. He is a channel member as well. Shout out to my Abel Ambrosio. Trap Key. They call him Trap Key. They call him Traps. That's his nickname. So he has a nickname now. So Troy Apke looks like he's going to start. I thought Sean Davis was going to start, but it looks like Troy Apke is going to start. He's been hitting hard. He's been playing well. He's fast. I mean, he ran a 4.340. I remember in the combine when Troy Apke ran the 40. And Deion Sanders was like, he said something like, he was like, I forgot what Deion really said, but he was like, oh man, a white boy ran fast like that. And, I'm going to be sensitive. I don't want to say nothing too crazy because we know what Montrezl Harrell said in the Dallas Mavericks game. So I'm going to watch what I say. But yeah, Deion Sanders on NFL Network. It was funny what he said about Trapke because he ran so fast. Ready, Reyes, or Earl coming to Dallas? Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he can be a locker room cancer. I hope he can be a locker room cancer and mess up that locker room. I hope he can fight, Amari Cooper, or get in a fight with Clinton Dix, or get in a fight with who else is on that roster. Get in a fight with anybody on the roster. Get in a fight with Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to fight somebody in the locker room. So I hope Earl Thomas goes on that team. Justin Oster said, I think we are an underrated team and prove people wrong on ACT. I agree, man. I wholeheartedly agree. Belinda Drayton said, great idea. She is a channel member as well. Shout out to her. Maria Oliver, and I like your analysis. Glad you were doing a show. Shout out to her as well. Those are my peoples. They are channel members as well. Shout out to them. Abel Ambrosio, I think, with the first donation of the night. He says Troy Apke, definitely a starter. Yeah, Trapke or Traps, man. It looks like he's going to be a starter this year. He has been a pleasant surprise. He's been a big surprise this year. I did not think he was going to start. I didn't think he was going to run with ones or anything. I thought he was on the back end of this roster because he just hasn't done much. Maybe Greg Minuski was not coaching him up the right way, or it just takes time for guys to develop and learn the game, learn the NFL game. He was very raw. He was a very raw talent coming out of college, a lot of speed. He's getting his awareness up and his tackling. He's a hard hitter from what I'm hearing. Now he needs to relax in practice because I heard that he had a helmet-to-helmet hit with Terry McLaurin in the shell drills where they only have pads on at the top, but no, pads on the bottom. It's like, come on, man, you need to ease up. Don't hurt our best player, man. Because if you hurt Terry McLaurin, then a Washington football team mob is going to show up to your house. We're going to find out where you live, Troy. Because if you injure Terry McLaurin and make him miss games, it's not going to end well for you. I'm telling you. I personally come up to Troy Apke, and I might have to have some words with him, and it might end up, in a scuffle because you're not about to hurt Terry McLaurin, who's the best player on this team offensively. Terry McLaurin, you can argue and maybe say he is the best player on the team. I mean, you can say Chase Young, you can say Adrian Peterson, you can say Ryan Kerrigan, the best player on the team, but or you can say Tress Way, the punter, is the best player on the team. But honestly, the best player on this team, in my opinion, is Terry McLaurin. If you hurt Terry McLaurin in practice, you got to go. You got to be reprimanded. I don't care who you are because we need that guy badly. Because if he gets hurt, our receivers are very slim. We don't have a lot of wide receiver depth anyway, so we just don't have time for somebody to hurt Terry McLaurin in practice. That's a no. We just don't have time for that. But let's see here. But yeah, Trav, he's been a pleasant surprise. I'm happy to see him do well. He can help Landon Collins a lot too because Landon Collins is more of a box safety. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the best guy in coverage. So if Landon Collins he can roam around more. He can move up because he has Troy Apke behind him playing free safety that can stop everything and run with the receivers and and run sideline to sideline. So I'm happy to see Troy Apke play well. But I am a Maryland fan. I wanted to see Sean Davis play well, but I mean it's good competition. So I mean if Troy Apke plays really really well and starts, man, I don't know if Sean Davis is going to make the roster. We'll see. I heard Cameron Curl is playing really well as well. Melinda Drayton says Edward for general manager. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate it. They got to pay me $10 million a year for me to be GM. If they do that, then I would try to be GM. Soy Sauce is another channel member. He says, "What up, Ed? Still worried about tight end? How's Logan Thomas looking?" Logan Thomas is looking pretty good from what I heard. I think he's the best. He's been the best tight end on the roster so far in training camp. Him and Dwayne Haskins have good rapport. They've been connecting in the red zone drills. Logan Thomas has been catching touchdowns left and right. Now, I did hear that the tight end coach, I forgot his name, Pete Horror or something like that, he was yelling at Logan Thomas. He yells at everybody, but I heard Logan Thomas is shining in training camp. He's very athletic. He's proven me wrong because Logan Thomas hasn't done much in his career with the Lions or any team, and he's still learning the position. Now, he was a tight end in the high school, quarterback at Virginia Tech. You know, I'm a Virginia Tech football fan, and it looks like he's playing well. So this is his opportunity. He probably should be starting over Jeremy Sprinkle. Thaddeus Moss was waived, and he did clear waivers, so he will be placed on injury reserve. He will still be on the Washington roster, but he will not be playing this season, basically a redshirt season. And Thaddeus Moss will probably be playing next year. I'm looking forward to see Thaddeus Moss play. Hale Hinches, you know, he's had an okay camp. Haven't really heard much from him. I'm a Hale Hinches fan. And Marcus Ball has been playing well. But I am a little worried about tight end, but hey, you know, they really love Logan Thomas. Let's see what he can do. Let's give the guy a chance. You know, we'll see. If he doesn't pan out, then let's try to draft a couple tight ends next year or sign a tight end in a free agency. You know, Delaney Walker, I think he got signed. I can't remember. But he's still out there. I don't think we get Delaney Walker. But I've heard some really good things about Logan Thomas. So I'm happy he's playing well. Sportsman all day said Dallas not going to sign Earl Thomas. Yeah, I saw that. CFC, a Giants fan, said, "What's up, Ed? Keep up the great work on the channel and stay safe, man, in these hard times for you and your family. From a rival point of view, hope Ron beats cancer." Thank you, man. I thank you. Praise up to Ron Rivera, man. It's crazy. He has lymph node cancer. I don't know much about the cancer. I heard that it's very curable and treatable. So that's good news. And Jack Del Rio will be stepping in if Ron Rivera has to miss a few games this year, which I would not be surprised. I think we should be ready for that. You know, don't be caught off guard if Ron has to miss some games this season. We've seen it with coaches before. I want to say Chuck Pagano missed a couple games, or he missed most of the season for the Indianapolis Colts. Jack Del Rio, when he was with the Broncos, I want to say the head coach for the Broncos, what's his name? I think his name was John Fox or something like that. He missed games. Jack Del Rio had to step in and be the head coach. So Jack Del Rio is highly, highly qualified to be a head coach. He's been a head coach before. He coached the Raiders. They went 12-4. He coached the Jaguars. So I'm excited. I mean, it's bad news, man. It really is. It's unfortunate to hear that Ron Rivera has cancer, but you know he's a fighter. He's a tough guy. He made a couple jokes about it, and I think Ron Rivera is gonna be fine. That's what I'm hoping for. That's why I think he'll be okay. You know, I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak too much on it, but Ron Rivera is a tough guy. I think he definitely will be able to coach this season and be healthy. You know, that's what we're hoping for. He's been through a lot so much before we even played a game. The name change, the Washington Post article, so many things that Ron Rivera has had to deal with off the field. Darius Geis issue, Cody Latimer being arrested. So much stuff going on that Ron Rivera has had to deal with that has not been football. So we'll see how he does this year. Beast Mode 2.0 with the thank you for the donation. He said, "Ed, what I think, or what do you think about Troy Apke and Ronald Darby?" Ronald Darby has been a surprise too, man. Ronald Darby's been playing well. I think he was in the wrong system with the Eagles. You look at the Eagles and their track record with cornerbacks is terrible. You see what they did to Nnamdi Asomugha. He was really good before he went to the Eagles. He was a bum with the Eagles. You look at Byron Maxwell, who was with the Seahawks. He played well with the Seahawks. He was a bum with the Eagles. You just look at all the Eagles corners, and they just, you know, Jim Schwartz is not good at coaching cornerbacks. And the Eagles are not good at coaching cornerbacks or developing cornerbacks in general. So Ronald Darby is happy to be in DC. He sounds like he loves Jack Del Rio's defense. He feels very, very comfortable. I've been hearing that Ronald Darby and Terry McLaurin have been going at it in practice. So he's been guarding a talented, very talented wide receiver in Terry McLaurin. So Terry McLaurin is going to make Ronald Darby better. They're going to make each other better. And Ronald Darby has world-class speed. World-class speed. Troy Apke has world-class speed. So we have a lot of speed on this defense. Adding Reuben Foster adds speed on this defense. So I'm excited about Troy Apke. I'm excited about Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby's a hometown guy, so he knows the area. So, I mean, I'm excited to have Ronald Darby. I'm happy to hear that he's playing well. And once again, like I said, he feels really, really comfortable in the Jack Del Rio defense. I think he's going to start. I think the starting corners will be Ronald Darby, Kendall Fuller in slot. Fabian Moreau has been a little nicked up, and I think Fabian Moreau will start. Greg Stroman has been a sleeper. I've heard that he's been playing really well. He picked off Dwayne Haskins. I think he picked off Alex Smith as well. So he's been getting a couple interceptions here and there. So I'm excited to hear about Troy Apke and Ronald Darby. Let's see here. Redskins Jim said, Ed, it's me. What's up, man? Extra squall, thank you for the donation. He said, hope Jaron is good so Sadiq can replace Morgan Moses. Yeah, Morgan Moses, man. Sometimes he is a false start waiting to happen. Sometimes he is a human turntable or human turnstile. I don't think he's as bad as a human turntable or a human turnstile, but he does hold. He does false start frequently. He does get on the radio and flap his gums sometimes, so that does get very annoying. But Jaron, I want to see more from Jaron Christian. I really do. I think he can be really good. I am disappointed to hear that he didn't really take football seriously because he didn't think he was going to be able to play because Trent Williams was the starter and Morgan Moses was the starter. So that's nonsense from him. I don't like hearing that at all. And I understand, guys are young and that's how they think. They're like, oh, okay, man, they're paying Trent Williams so much money. They're paying Morgan Moses so much money. These guys start all the time that I'm not going to get any playing time. But you got to think of this way. Trent Williams got suspended one time, missed 4 games. And Trent Williams was nicked up a couple times and missed a few games. Morgan Moses has been nicked up. So you should always be ready. So that's a red flag for me on Jaron Christian. But now it looks like he's changing his mindset and is stepping up and is ready to start at left tackle. So he's going to have some challenges against, some starting DEs. But I'm excited to see Jaron Christian. I can't wait to see him play and see if he really improved. Now, it is concerning because this will be his first start at left tackle in week 1. Sadiq Charles is injured with a calf injury. I don't know if he's going to replace Morgan Moses at right tackle because Sadiq is more of a left tackle, but we'll see. But I think Morgan Moses will definitely start week 1 and be the starter for the rest of the season going forward. So let's see here. I see Born Ready Jones in the chat. He's a Pacers fan. He's a Pacers fan. I don't know who he likes for football. I guess he's a Colt. I guess you're a Colts fan too, Born Ready. He said people sleep on Alex Smith. Wasn't y'all like 6-3 before he got hurt? Yeah, we were 6-3. We were. That's fact. We were 6-3. I like Alex Smith. I do. I just, I don't really trust him going out there right now. I don't really trust him going out there right now and being healthy. He does have a little drop foot. I was listening to Kevin Sheehan this morning. He talked about how Alex Smith has drop foot. If you see when he was sprayed with the champagne bottle by his wife and his kids, he looked like he was still limping a little bit. Now Alex Smith has looked pretty athletic in practice, though. He has been moving around. He has looked a little bit more athletic than what he did. Actually, a lot more athletic than what he did in that video. What he's done is remarkable. I just don't see him being out Dwayne Haskins. I don't see him being a week 1 starter. I just don't see that, especially after the horrific injury and the 17 surgeries. I don't see it happening. Alex Smith is a check down quarterback. I like Alex Smith, but he's checked down Charlie. That's what he is. He does win ball games. He is a great leader. There was one season where he didn't throw a touchdown to a wide receiver or something like that. It was something ridiculous. And Alex Smith, everywhere he goes, he gets surpassed. Pat Mahomes surpassed him and took his job and became an MVP, NFL MVP, and an NFL Super Bowl champion. And then a couple years before that, Colin Kaepernick took his job and took the team to the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping history repeats itself, like I always say, and Dwayne Haskins, takes the torch and replaces Alex Smith. And who knows, maybe 2 to 3 years he'll be a NFL champion or a playoff quarterback or an elite quarterback in this league, top 10 quarterback. We'll see. Sports fan all day. Hopefully Ron Rivera can make good halftime adjustments and motivate the players. Good, not like Jay Gruden taking a 15-minute nap. Taking a 15-minute nap, or he's out in the back, Jay smoking a J at halftime, partying and drinking. Yeah, I mean, Ron Rivera is definitely a way better coach than Jay Gruden. Jay Gruden has 0 playoff wins. He's more of a jokester. He's a player's coach. He's kind of a joking around guy. You know, you always see the video of Deshaun Jackson, you know, doing the little nip slip or whatever, playing around the twister with Jay Gruden. That's the video that we always see about Jay Gruden. He was just a clown. That's what he was. You know, he was you know, kind of a boys club kind of coach, or a frat boy kind of coach. And then the alleged things with Capri Bibbs. But I don't want to get too much into the past about Jay Gruden. But Ron Rivera definitely will get the guys fired up. And they talked about training camp, how you know, it's night and day. Adrian Peterson said it was night and day. It's a huge difference from last year. You know, it's ramped up. Practice is a lot harder. They're practicing harder. They're practicing faster. Guys are getting better. Jay Gruden, you know, his development was terrible. He didn't really care much about developing Dwayne Haskins. So I'm happy that Ron Rivera is here, and the halftime adjustments will be 1,000 times better than what they were last year. Beast Mode 2.0 said, I don't like saying this, but Browns could win their division and possibly go far in the playoffs. We'll see about that one. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean, they got a lot of talent. They got Odell Beckham. They got Jarvis Landry. They got Nick Chubb. They got Kareem Hunt. They got David Njoku. They got Austin Hooper. They got Baker Mayfield, who's not terrible. He's okay, but a lot of those guys, you know, some of those guys are head cases. A lot of egos. Myles Garrett's really good, but a lot of egos in the locker room. So we'll see how they mix. They did get a better coach. They couldn't get any worse than Freddie Kitchens. Is that his name? Freddie Kitchens is the coach, right? He got fired. So they couldn't get any worse than that. Baker Mayfield has to grow up. He has to mature too. He's pretty immature in my opinion as well. Kitty Man Fitness, thank you for the donation. He said, Ed, I heard Troy Apke hit stick Terry bang play. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not happy about it. In practice, you know, you don't want to hurt our best player. You don't want to go helmet to helmet with the best player on the roster, in my opinion. You don't want to hit Terry McLaurin. We don't have time for that, because if Terry gets a concussion, he's out for the next 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. We just don't have time. We don't have enough wide receivers to lose Terry McLaurin, because after that it's Steve Sims and Cam Sims and Dontrell Inman and AGG. AGG's a rookie, so he has to develop a little bit too. So please chill on Terry. We don't have time for that. And then Ron Rivera said he was going to talk to Trapke about that, about hitting in practice. You know, a lot of guys have been getting roughed up. It's training camp. You know, they got pads on. They've been thirsty to hit each other. So they just got to be very, very careful with that. Please don't hit Terry McLaurin. Please don't hit him. He's the best wide receiver we have in the roster. And in my opinion, I think Terry McLaurin could definitely make the Pro Bowl this year. You saw that amazing play he made on Greg Stroman. So I can't wait to see Terry McLaurin play. Stone Jack Baller said, yo, Montez and Chase out here bonding and camp, spending a great deal of time together. I love to see it, man. I love to see our pass rushers hanging out together. They're both young. Montez Sweat in his second year and Chase Young as a rookie. They can dominate the NFC East for the next 10 years, or really the NFL for the next 10 years, man. I see another Dexter Manley, Charles Mann duo. Both of those guys have elite speed and strength and are just phenomenal athletes. So Montez Sweat and Chase Young can be a nasty, nasty duo. They're going to be giving Danny Fumbles a hard time. They're going to give him a hard time. They're going to give, what's his name? Carson Wentz a hard time too. So I can't wait to see both those guys play together. They're going to be a dynamic duo. Samuel Hadley said anything can happen in the NFC East. How's Chase doing? Chase is doing well, man. He's doing really well. He batted down a pass from Kyle Allen. He almost had a sack on somebody. So Chase is doing well. He had a hip flexor injury, so he's doing pretty well from what I heard. He's flying around. He just has elite talent. He's the predator, man. Coach loves him. Coach talks about him all the time. Ron Rivera loves him some Chase Young. Big Smitty 350 said, did y'all hear about Josh Norman in Buffalo hurting possibly on the chopping block? I didn't hear that he was going to be cut, but I did hear that he had a hamstring injury. I had to drink some of the secret stuff. I did hear that he had a hamstring injury. So I did hear about that. We'll see what happens with Josh Norman if he gets cut by the Bills again. Or if he gets cut again, you know, because he was cut by us not too long ago in February. Let's see if he gets cut before the season even starts. JB Hardy won. That's my guy. He's channel member. He said Logan Thomas might be our starting tight end. He's been building some chemistry with Haskins, from what JP Finley says. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's been building a lot of chemistry in the red zone as well. So Logan Thomas has been Dwayne Haskins' favorite target so far. So especially in the Scott Turner offense, he loves using tight ends. You saw what happened with Greg Olsen. The Panthers had, great tight end play from Greg Olsen. The Air Coryell offense, they love to use the tight end position. So Logan Thomas is going to be really, really important. I slept on Logan Thomas. I did not think Logan Thomas was going to do anything. But the way it sounds like in practice, Logan Thomas is athletic. He's speedy, elusive, very strong as well. So Logan Thomas might prove me wrong. He might get 400 to 500 yards this season since Dwayne Haskins looks like he loves throwing the ball to Logan Thomas. They have good rapport, give good chemistry. I love to see it. I love to see it. Anybody on Bros, you said Dontrell Inman, number 2 wide receiver. It might be because I heard Antonio Gibson go and dropped a pass the other day from Alex Smith. I don't know if that hurt his stock. Ron Rivera said that, AGG needs to work on using his body, catching the football, getting stronger. So AGG is a rookie, man. It's going to take some time. He's a 4th-round rookie. Now, he was a steal in the draft. In previous drafts, maybe AGG would have went in the 2nd round, but since this draft was loaded with wide receivers, he went in the 4th round. So Dontrell Inman, if he's not the number 2 wide receiver, I was going to be surprised. But you look at some of the film and some of the highlights from Instagram and some of the tweets from JP Finlay and other beat writers, Dontrell Inman's been looking good in practice. Cam Sims has been looking really good in practice as well. Cam Sims is a practice player. So, but Cam Sims, I mean, we'll see if Cam Sims actually does things in the games. That's what I want to see. Dwayne Haskins Jr. said Troy White Lightning. Apke. Yeah, I know. I think that's what Deion Sanders said in that video when he ran the 4.340. Beast Mode 2.0 said, I heard Troy laid out Terry too, and a lot of other people Troy ain't playing. Yeah, Troy ain't playing. He needs to chill out though, because if you hurt Terry McLaurin, I'm not gonna be happy at all. If you hurt Terry McLaurin fooling around doing a helmet to helmet hit, I'm gonna be pissed off. I really am. And I think a lot of fantasy people will be pissed off as well if he hurts Terry McLaurin. Oscar Josue Montel, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. I did see your email. I want to respond to your email, man. Shout out to Oscar Josue Montel. He is a Washington football YouTuber. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you guys sub him up. That's my guy. Reddy Red, a Cowboys fan, said he likes Haskins. I appreciate that. Even though you're a Cowboys fan, he said he likes Haskins. Cameron Curl said 2nd interception of the day today. Yeah, Cameron Crowe had a pick on Kyle Allen. I heard Kyle Allen hasn't really played. He's been up and down. So I heard Kyle Allen hasn't really played well for the most part. I heard Kyle Allen when he's been playing, he's been more of a check down quarterback. That's what JP Finlay said. JP Finlay said that Kyle Allen has not been looking down the field, and that when Dwayne Haskins comes in, it's a pretty big difference. It's kind of night and day. That Dwayne Haskins is taking shots down the field while not Cameron Curl. Kyle Allen has not been taking shots down the field. Now, he did have a nice pass to Cam Sims in the end zone for a touchdown, but it's been up and down for Kyle Allen, and it's really weird and surprising because you would think Kyle Allen would know the offense to a T, but he did say in his press conference something about Scott Turner. The offense is different. It's not the same as it was last year when he was playing, and he did say good things about Dwayne Haskins. He said that Dwayne Haskins is learning the offense pretty quickly, so that's really good to hear from him. Oscar Josue Montel, he's my guy. I just shouted him out. He said Morgan Moses, even though he has a lot of penalties, he has been the consistent offensive lineman on the team. Yeah, I mean Morgan Moses, he gets a lot of heat, man. He gets a lot of heat. He gets a lot of hate from Washington football fans. He really does. He gets a lot of hate from us. He gets a hard time from us. Now, sometimes he does deserve it when he froze in that Niners game where his controller shut off, or it was like his controller died or something. His Madden 2K or controller died, and he just let Nick Bosa or whoever just run past him and sack Case Keenum, and that was awful. It was terrible. Now, if Morgan Moses gets a false start this season when there's no fans in the stands, then that's ridiculous. Then yeah, I can't be nice and hype up Morgan Moses like other people do. People be like, "Oh, chill on Morgan Moses." If he starts getting false starts this year with no fans in the stands, then Morgan Moses' days might be numbered in DC. AM Hunter, that's my guy. He is the funniest profile picture. We already know what that is. Thank you for the donation. He said, "Yo, Ed, Marcus Ball showing off. Keep grinding." Yeah, Marcus Ball has been playing well, man. He went to Ohio State, played with Dwayne Haskins. Familiar with Haskins, familiar with Terry McLaurin. So they have good chemistry there. I've heard, he's been pretty strong in practice. He's playing well. He might make the 53-man roster. They had to cut Thaddeus Moss. He was and Marcus Ball was undrafted out of Ohio State. Marcus Ball has been playing so well to the point where they just, waived Thaddeus Moss and put him on IR. And I was a big Thaddeus Moss fan. I still am. I think Thaddeus Moss can still be good in the NFL, but it looks like he just wasn't ready yet. He had the foot injury, so he's been pretty slow. But Marcus Ball's playing well. He's been a pleasant surprise so far. So Marcus Ball might get some playing time. He might get more playing time than Hale Hinches. We'll see. I'm a Hale Hinches fan. I really hope Hale Hinches can get some playing time. But if Marcus Ball is really playing really, really well, then, may the best man win. May the best man win. Redskins 007, thank you for the donation, man. He said excited to see Dwayne Haskins this year. Riverboat is saying good things about him. I think we got some sleepers on offense, especially with his new scheme. J.D. McKissick, Steve Sims, and Antonio Gibson will do well. HTTR, yes, sir. So Ron Rivera, yes, he has been praising Dwayne Haskins. He said he's been looking sharp in practice so far. He has been giving Dwayne Haskins the reps with the ones for the most part. I don't think Dwayne Haskins has taken any reps with the second team so far. So that just shows the trust that Ron Rivera has in Dwayne Haskins. Like I said, it's night and day from last year. He didn't have a coach that had his back and that really wanted to see him succeed. And I think Ron Rivera genuinely wants to see Dwayne Haskins succeed and get better. So, he and Dwayne had some rough. I think the first 2 or 3 days were rough in training camp, and now Dwayne's playing really, really well, playing a lot better. Went 13 for 13 today. He did throw one interception. I think he threw a touchdown as well, but he went 13 for 13 in his really good chemistry with Logan Thomas. Ron Rivera loves saying that he has good rapport with Logan Thomas. He loves the chemistry that he has that Dwayne Haskins has with Terry McLaurin. So he said that Dwayne Haskins is learning everything. He's soaking everything up like a sponge. He's very mature. They've had some really good conversations on and off the field. So that's really good to hear as well. So I'm excited to see Ron Rivera coaching up Dwayne Haskins. I think he really likes Dwayne Haskins and really wants Dwayne Haskins to succeed. He kept saying competitive competition. That competitive competition doesn't really look too much competitive to me right now, in my opinion. Kyle Allen looks like he's getting dusted in the competition as of right now. So I do think that by next week they will name Dwayne Haskins the starter, or 2 weeks from now. We'll see. And you said I think we have some sleepers on offense, especially with his new scheme. Yeah, J.D. McKissick is really good. I like McKissick a lot. He's like a wide receiver, played wide receiver in college. I like him a lot out of the backfield. You can run him in motion. So I'm excited to see J.D. McKissick as well. He'll be taking the place of Chris Thompson. And Steven Sims, I'm a huge Steven Sims fan. He was a great player for us last year. Steve Sims was great running back punts, running back kicks, had a kick return for a touchdown, was so much better than Trey Quinn. That was like night and day. It was like a breath of fresh air to have Steve Sims back there returning kicks and punts. I mean, Steve Sims can really help us win some ball games with field position. Now that he's progressing and playing better as a wide receiver, you don't want to put him back there as much because you don't want to risk him getting injured. So that's the only thing. But you just know that he's a guy that can really pop off and explode for a kick return touchdown or a punt return touchdown where, we get a punt and, they punt it to our 30-yard line. He's able to scamper up to, the 50-yard line or to the middle of the field and get us a great field position. So Steve Sims, I would love for him to still be the punt returner and the kick returner. But I know we need him as a wide receiver, so I don't want to risk him getting hurt. But Steve Sims, man, he's out there like he's playing basketball. He's breaking guys off, juking guys. You saw what he did to the Giants with the juke move, and then caught the ball in the end zone. What he did against Philly, and the little touchdown dance that Steve Sims does. So I'm so excited to see Steve Sims Jr. play this season. He had a nice touchdown against Kevin Pierre-Louis today where they had him in motion. When he's lined up against a linebacker, that's burnt toast. The linebacker's burnt toast. It's a done deal. So it's already going to be a touchdown or a first down for Steve Sims. So I'm excited to see Steve Sims play this year. And Antonio Gibson is playing well from what I've heard. He's been running the ball well. Still has a lot to learn, has to improve in pass blocking and pro pass blocking. But he's a rookie, so it's expected. It's expected. They didn't have minicamp. They didn't have OTAs. So Antonio Gibson is definitely going to be a sleeper and definitely going to be our secret weapon. I know a lot of people are starting to pick him up in fantasy, so I'm excited for Antonio Gibson to play and definitely add a different dynamic, man. He's going to be a home run hitter for this team, him and Bryce Love. Bryce Love is a sleeper too. Bryce Love is a secret weapon. So we got a lot of secret weapons this year. We got a lot of guys that people have never heard of and people don't know about them. That people don't know about these guys at all. Pedro Schmidt, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Make sure you guys sub up Pedro. That's my guy. Great skins content. That's my guy, Pedro. Shout out to Pedro Smith. Always gets me hit to the news of what's going on. Kenny Man Fitness, once again, he said 2 words, Bryce Love. I just talked about Bryce Love. Watch. Guys who, Yeah, the Darius Geis news. It's unfortunate, man. I keep hearing bad stuff and more bad stuff coming about Darius Geis, man. It's like the news never ends about Darius Geis, but I don't want to talk about Darius Geis too much, honestly. Prayers up for Darius Geis. I hope all the stuff that is being said is alleged about Darius Geis. Now he has a reckless driving charge against him. So we'll see what happens with that. But Bryce Love looks really good in practice, man. He looks like he can definitely start a few games this year. I think Bryce Love might start by week 8. That's what I think will happen. I think him and Adrian Peterson will be a good dynamic duo. We're gonna have a running back by committee, but Bryce Love should be really good. He's definitely a sleeper. He's a secret weapon. He should be really good. Landry Bauman said Cam Sims will be at minimum wide receiver number 4. He is balling, no cap. Yeah, he is balling. But the thing about Cam Sims, man, I don't want to get caught up in the Cam Sims hype. I'm gonna pump the brakes with that, and I don't want to get caught up in the Cam Sims hype because we've done it. This is year 3 or year 4 with Cam Sims. I think this is year 3 because the 1 year he had a hell of a preseason where he was catching. He had like 2 touchdown catches against the Jets in preseason. And then he got injured in the first game against the Cardinals. We didn't really hear about him again. And then the second year, which was last year, he got beat up by Steve Sims Jr. in that last preseason game where Cam Sims dropped the ball twice and had butter hands. So I don't want to get too hyped up. Now, when the lights come on, practice Cam Sims versus lights on game time Cam Sims have been 2 different people. So that's the thing, I want to see Cam Sims do it when the lights are on in a real game. The guy, he deserves a chance. Undrafted out of Alabama, has been a little injury prone. So I want to see more from Cam Sims. I'm not going to say I'm a big believer in him just yet. I got to see it in a game. Got to see it in a game, man. Willie Freeman says Antonio Gibson looks really good. Stephen Henry says really hope Cam Sims wins a number 2 spot. We'll see. I think it's going to be it might be Cam Sims. It's really up for grabs because AGG is still learning. He's a rookie, so I haven't heard that he's really been dominating at all just yet. And Dontrell Emmons has actually been playing well. So the number 2 spot, other than because Steve Sims is going to be playing slot, so Steve Sims is going to be in the slot. The number 2 wide receiver across from Terry McLaurin really is up for grabs. It really could be Cam Sims. I wouldn't be surprised. He's playing really, really well. Protect Sports, thank you for the donation. That's my guy. Make sure you guys sub him up. He said, "Hey, my Brody, what's good, bro? What's going on, man?" My guy, Protect Sports. He just came up on his year anniversary of doing YouTube, so make sure you guys sub him up. He does Washington football content. He does basketball as well. He does all sports, mostly all sports, I think. So shout out to Protect Sports, man. I was on his channel not too long ago with Skins Fan All Day, and I think Street Scores was on his channel the other day as well. So make sure you guys check him out. And another donation from Protect. He says Logan Thomas has been balling slim, and offense looks good. Thoughts? Well, yeah, Logan Thomas has been looking really good from what I've heard. He's been the best tight end on the roster. Once again, him and Dwayne Haskins have great chemistry, good rapport. So I'm happy to hear that about Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas has been balling, man. He surprised me. I was sleeping. I was slumped on Logan Thomas. When we signed Logan Thomas, I was like, man, get out of here, man. This guy has like 15 catches in his whole career. This man hasn't done a darn thing except for had a dirty hit on Ryan Kerrigan. So I was slumped on Logan Thomas. And I like I said, I've been familiar with Logan Thomas because, I watched him play quarterback at Virginia Tech. And, now he's playing tight end in the NFL and he's pretty slow developing. Hasn't really played well for the most part. But shout out to Logan Thomas, man. He's been a big surprise, man. He's been a big surprise. And this offense is perfect for Logan Thomas. It's perfect for him because with the Air Coryell, they love using tight ends. And Haskins needs a tight end that can catch the football because Jeremy Sprinkle has been awful with catching football. This man, has hands like a snake sometimes. So I like what I'm hearing from Logan Thomas. I'm liking what I'm hearing. Dwayne Haskins plug. What's up, man? What's going on? Dwayne Haskins plug is in the building. What's up, man? What's going on? Philly Talk podcast. Shout out to him. Shout out to Philly Mike. I know he's happy that the Sixers fired Brett Brown. I know he's excited about that. He said he's got to come in. He's got to come throw some shade since you've been stopping by. How long until Alex Smith come in? Ha ha ha! Question mark for the football team. I don't see Alex Smith playing a game this year. I really don't. I don't see him playing a game. I think Dwayne Haskins has been playing really well. Now I'm happy to hear that Darius Slay has been getting cooked in practice by John Hightower and Quez Watkins and Deshaun Jackson. I love it. I love hearing that because we all know that Darius Slay is going to be the next Nnamdi Asomugha. He's going to be the next Byron Maxwell. We all know it, and I can't wait. We definitely got to do another show before the season starts If you didn't know Philly Talk Podcast, he is a Eagles YouTuber. Make sure you guys sub him up. Does great content, does Sixers content, does NBA content. Great guy. That's my guy. So we definitely got to do another show. I did a show with him a couple months ago talking about the week 1 matchup. But now we have more to talk about since training camp has started. We can see more of our rookies and what's really going on. But to keep you filled up, Dwayne Haskins went 13 for 13 today. He went 13 for 13 in the drills. He's been looking really good. I'm going to send you something on Twitter where Terry McLaurin actually retweeted it, where he threw a long bomb to Terry McLaurin. And I want you to watch the highlights last year where Terry McLaurin was matched up against Darius Slay against the Lions. Now, if you see the pass that Dwayne Haskins threw in the Instagram video that just came out where Terry McLaurin punted the football and walked off and was talking trash, that's basically the same pass that Dwayne Haskins was really supposed to hit in that Lions game that he kept missing. But this year will be something different against Darius Slay. And there's actually an interview of Darius Slay hyping up Terry McLaurin, talking about how good Terry McLaurin is. And Darius Slay by far is the best corner on your roster. So, but your secondary is pretty weak. I saw Sidney Jones is probably gonna get cut. So that's what I've been hearing about you guys. So we'll see what happens with y'all. But I can't wait. I got us beating y'all. I do. I have us beating you guys. JB Hardy said, I keep hearing that our offense has been struggling some. Hopefully that's because of our defense is dancing. Now the offense has been playing better. The first 3 days were terrible, where they were rough. Ron Rivera was yelling at the offensive line. He was yelling at everybody. But now it's been a lot better. If you saw, Cam Sims had a hell of a catch today. Terry McLaurin had a hell of a catch the other day on Greg Stroman, which was yesterday. Dwayne Haskins went 13 for 13. So the offense has played a lot better. Everybody was struggling. Dwayne Haskins was bad. Kyle Allen was bad the first 2 days. But it's expected with no OTAs, no mini camp. You know, the guys were going to struggle. They're going to struggle, man. They're going to struggle. Michael Starkey said, what you know about Roanoke? Hey, Roanoke, Virginia, man, I had a basketball tournament out there when I was in college, man. And so that's why I have this shirt on. I don't rep Roanoke. I do not rep Roanoke. I really don't. I don't rep Roanoke at all. But I had a basketball tournament out in Roanoke. VA, it is kind of West Bubba. It's actually nice. Roanoke's actually really nice. I'm trying to remember. Was this the Thanksgiving tournament we went to? Yeah, it's really nice. It's actually pretty nice out there. I'm not gonna lie. It's real country, but it's really nice. It's actually not too far from Blacksburg. I don't think Virginia Tech. I don't think it's too far from Black. I might be wrong about that, but when I went out there, Virginia Tech football had a game the next day because we had a basketball game on Saturday, and Virginia Tech they had a game the same day. So we stayed the night in the hotel, and there was like a lot of Virginia Tech fans in the hotel. So I think it's not too far from Blacksburg. Just correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Let me know. DMV Sports Zone, he is a channel member as well. Make sure you guys sub him up. He does Washington football content as well. Make sure you guys sub him up. He said, what's good, Ed? How does the NFC East shape up? The NFC East, I call it the NFC least last year. NFC least because it was so terrible. The Eagles won the division. They were 9-7. Cowboys were 8-8. Giants were 5-11. We were 3-13. So the NFC East was really, really bad. And I think the NFC East did get better. We couldn't get any worse as a collective unit. Now I think this year it's kind of gonna be similar to last year. I think the Eagles are gonna be 10-6 though. I think they're gonna be like 9-7, 10-6. I think the Cowboys might be like 9-7, 8-8 again. They just have so much talent, but they always choke in November or December. So I don't see the Cowboys being like 12-4 or 13-3 like they always think they're going to be. I don't think Dak Prescott wants to be with the Cowboys anymore. I think it's going to be another Kirk Cousins situation for Dak Prescott. I think this is his last year in Dallas. I think him and Jerry Jones are tired of each other. They just can't really agree on the money situation. So I think this will be his last season in Dallas. And then the Giants are not good. They're not a good team. Their offensive line is trash. The defensive line is trash. They have no pass rush. Secondary is bad. DeAndre Baker is going to jail. The kicker got arrested. He could be going to jail too. Alger Rosas. And Danny Fumbles is decent, but he fumbles all the time. So he's going to lose to us at least once this year. So that's how I feel about the NFC East. I think we'll be either second and third. Eagles will probably win a division. And the Cowboys will choke it up in November and December. That's how I feel about the NFC East. But there's actually a lot of talent in the NFC East. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of talent. Burgundy and Gold fan, formerly known as Skins fan all day. He's a channel member. He said, "What's up, Ed? What we doing for week 1? We should come together." Hey, we definitely should, man. We should try to do something, man. Watch the game somewhere, go to a bar or something like that. I do want to go live for week 1, so we could definitely go live together. Watch the game at a bar or something, man. I don't know. We got to find something to do for real, because we can't go to the game. So it should be lit. We definitely got to find something to do. We got to find something. AM Hunter said, "Yo, Pedro, you good?" He's talking to Pedro, bringing the phone, gold fan. Yeah, he's putting up the emojis. Those are the cool emojis that you'll get if you become a channel member. Mighty Dread said, "You think Troy Apke will start?" Yes. It looks like he is going to start. It looks like he will be starting this year. Sean Davis was supposed to be starting, but it looks like Troy Apke is going to start, man. He's been running around playing really well. He's been playing really fast. So it looks like he is going to start. And, may the best man win the starting job. So we'll see how he can play. I think he's going to play really well with Landon Collins. Mason Joe said, "Hey, was hooping." Yeah, I was, man. Yeah, I was. I definitely was. I'm retired now, man. I'm a little washed up right now. I haven't played in a long time. Michael Starkey said about 30 minutes for yeah, I knew it had to be close. I knew it had to be close. I knew it had to be close. I knew it had to be very close. Shamar Doster in here talking trash. I see you, man. I see you in here talking trash. I see you, bro. I see you. You're a Bulls fan and a Giants fan. You like two terrible teams, two really, really bad teams. So I feel a little bad for you that you like the Giants and the Bulls. The Bulls have the 4th pick in the draft. So y'all about to get LaMelo Ball maybe. We'll see if y'all get lucky, or Obi Toppin. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But your Giants are trash as well. The Giants had the 4th pick or 5th pick this year, or 6th pick. The Giants have had like a top 5 pick in the last 3-4 years. You guys have been trash. Let's hear Protect Sports thing with a donation once again. He said bar for week 1 and going live for it with the move. Hey, like I said, I'd be down for it. I gotta see and figure some things out. It's September 13th. It's quickly approaching. It really is. It's gonna be here before you know. I know time feels like it's going slow and fast at the same time because we really want the season to start, but it's gonna be here before you know. I know September 13th because what day is it now? It's August 25th. I just realized that September 7th. I'm going a little off topic. September 7th is Labor Day, and I'm so happy I get that day off. I just remember that, and that's gonna come really fast. So September 13th is gonna come really fast. In a bar, we could do a bar. We'll see. We could do a bar, restaurant, something. That'd be lit. It would be lit. We could go live. We could set up my phone, and we could go live from the bar or something like that. That'd be super, super lit. Mighty Dread said, "What's your Cash App?" I think it's actually in the bio. If you look at the description, I think it's actually on there. I think it's actually on there for real. My Cash App. If you look in the description, I think it's on there. Let me see if it's on there on the description. Yeah, it is. It is on the description. You look down. It's like it's money sign eddydelnegro. So it's pretty simple. I'll put it here real quick. It's very simple. Yeah, there you go. I just commented right there. Mighty Dread, there you go right there. Honey Bubba King said, "Ed, is we going after Obi Toppin? What position will we play?" That's a good question. I would just if we got Obi Toppin. I don't think he's gonna drop to number 9 because we didn't get a terrible pick, but we got a pick where it's just like in an awkward position where you're not gonna get a generational talent. You're not gonna get LaMelo Ball. You're not gonna get Anthony Edwards. You're not gonna get James Wiseman. You're not getting the 3 best players in the draft with the 9th pick. So it's kind of an awkward pick where you might get like a tweener, somebody who you need to develop. Where it's going to take like 2 to 3 years to get this guy at a starting level. But let me get back to the question here. He said, if we go after Obi Toppin, what position will Rui play? Rui would play. I think he would still play. They're kind of the same position because Obi Toppin is somewhat of a big man, but he's very versatile. He can play small forward and power forward. He's super duper athletic. He can shoot the 3 too. He can jump out the gym. I love Obi Toppin. I hope we get Obi Toppin, but he's not going to drop to the 9th pick. There's just no way that's happening. But I would have John Wall, Brad Beal, you got to have shooting on the floor. So I would start Jarvis Bertans. I would have him start because he can shoot. We need shooters bad. And Rui would be the 4-man. The 5-man would probably be Thomas Bryant or whoever if we sign a big man in free agency. So I would actually have Obi Toppin come off the bench, and he would provide scoring off the bench because we need some bench scoring really bad. So he would not start. Rui would start, but Obi Toppin would come off the bench. He would come off the bench for me. Samuel Hadley said, "What running back do y'all think is going to break out the most?" I think Bryce Love. I think Adrian Peterson is going to be solid. He's going to do what he always does. But I really think Bryce Love. Antonio Gibson could definitely come out and break out, even though he's a rookie. So technically, he's not really breaking out because he's a rookie. So you don't know what he's going to do yet. But J.D. McKissick definitely could too. He could definitely do that. Shamar, hold up. You talking trash? Your Bulls were terrible. You got the 4th pick in the draft for a reason. You had all the lottery ping pong balls for a reason because y'all was trash. Y'all have been bad ever since Derrick Rose left. Y'all haven't done much. I mean, you had Jimmy Butler, but he didn't even want to be there. He left. So the Bulls have been trash. They've been really bad. Let's see here. Darnell Williams said, "Hey, Ed, just joined. Do you have any updates on Chase Young?" Chase Young's been playing well. If you saw the highlights, he batted down a pass from Kyle Allen. He ran up on the side. He was like untouched, batted down a pass. Now he did have the hip flexor injury, so he hasn't really practiced much in 11-11s, but he has, and he's been doing pretty well. We did see the highlight where he like shoved, he gripped the lineman and just threw him backwards, just threw another grown man backwards, like he was like a little kid, like he was just like a toy, just threw him backwards for real, like he was like a crash dummy or something, just threw him behind him. But it shows you how strong Chase Young is. But Ron Rivera said nothing but good things about Chase Young. Jack Del Rio loves Chase Young. We all know that. So Chase Young's been playing really well. He's been impressing in camp. He just has to be healthy. That's the thing. So he hasn't been able to practice much. But from what I've been hearing, he's been playing well. Hasn't gotten a sack just yet, but he's been wreaking havoc already. And he's been learning. He's been learning in the, they said they want him to work on run stopping, controlling the edges. That's what Ron Rivera said today. And shout out to Boston Snowden. That's my guy. He just sent $20 on the Cash App. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. I think that was where is that? I think that was Mighty Dread. I think that was Mighty Dread who sent that. Thank you for the donation, man, to the Cash App. I appreciate that. We got a couple more minutes left here. Yes, Shamar is trolling. Honey Bubba King said, Ngakwu is a realistic dream pick. Yeah, I really hope the Wizards can get him. I hope they can get him. He probably is the best big man available that might drop to number 9. I don't know if he's gonna drop to number 9, but he definitely is the most realistic. He is the most realistic pick for the Wizards at number 9. I don't think Onyeka and Google. I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name, but yeah, BJ to go. He's a power forward, but he could drop to number 9. He's 6'9". They compare him to Bam Adebayo. He plays just like that. He dunks on people. He's super athletic. He can block shots. He can run the floor. He can actually shoot the jumper too. So we need a big that can shoot jumpers. Thomas Bryant can shoot jumpers too, but his defense is kind of trash. So I feel like Onyeka or whatever his name is. I'm sorry to mispronounce the name, but he can play defense too, and he can finish a run around. So I want to see him. Honey Bubba King said the Wizards need defense. Yeah, we're trash on defense. We're trash on defense. Shamar said. Abel LeBroche said if the Wizards play the Bulls right now, the Bulls would get swept. Yes, the Bulls would get swept. With Bradley Beal playing and John Wall playing, yeah, we would definitely beat them for real. We would definitely beat them. Enrique said Eddie fire emoji. So Enrique's picture is very weird because he's not even showing himself at all, and he's just showing a corner. 1,000 subs with no videos 2.0 says if no one steps in middle linebacker, should we draft or trade or sign a linebacker? I like Sean Deion Hamilton. They said Sean Deion Hamilton is probably going to start at the middle linebacker position. So that's good news. He's very fast, very smart. Nick Saban loved him from Sean Deion Hamilton. He's another Bama boy. So I would love to see Sean Daniel Hamilton start at the middle linebacker. And if he doesn't play well this year, then you might have to look at free agency next year and sign one or draft a middle linebacker. We'll see what happens with that. But I like Sean Daniel Hamilton. I'm happy that he's getting a chance. He's really smart. He's really fast. He knows that he knows what he's doing out there. He just needs more opportunities, and I think he'll play better with Jack Del Rio. Enrique laughing emojis. Dwayne Chase, you're a Lakers fan. Okay. Lakers, we'll see what happens. And the Clippers, I hope the Clippers win tonight. I really do. I hope the Clippers win. I'm not a Clippers fan, but I hope they win. Michael Starkey said a rebounding dog will help the Wizards too. Yeah, we need some rebounding. We don't rebound. We really don't rebound well. We don't play defense well, and we don't set the tone in the paint. We don't body guys in the paint. We get bossed and pushed around in the paint, in my opinion. Now I know the NBA is not about big men anymore. It's just not. It's more about shooting threes and running the floor. You see what the Rockets are doing with small ball. All they do is they shot 57 threes yesterday. And it's more about shooting and spacing the floor and shooting threes and running the floor, which is fine. I mean, this is a new game. It's a new day and a new age. You need your bigs to be able to shoot threes and stretch the floor. So you look at the guy from USC in Yoke, and I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce his name, and I feel bad for it, but it is what it is. I'll try to learn how to pronounce his name. I'll look at some YouTube videos. He actually played at Chino Hills with LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball at Chino Hills in California. So he's played with those guys. He went to USC. He's a legitimate big. He can shoot, stretch the floor. He will dunk on you, and he can block shots. So I would love to get him, but a lot of mock drafts don't have him dropping a number 9. I don't know if he's going to drop the number 9. We have an awkward pick where it's not going to be a game changer. But hey, Donovan Mitchell was the 13th pick. Giannis, I butchered his last name too. Giannis was like the 11th or 13th pick. I could be wrong. I think he was later than that. So it doesn't have to always be the first pick or the third pick of the draft. You can find a gem in the middle of the draft. So Young Trendsetter Gold said, yeah, Anyeke can switch on guard. So I would love to get Anyeke. I would love to get Anyeke. That would be my first pick at number 9. If he's available at number 9, I'm getting Anyeke. If Obi Toppin is available at number 9, I'm getting Obi Toppin first, and then I'm getting Oyeke. But let's see here. Shamar said, "Get some rings." Yeah, I mean you got Mike. You got Mike. I'll give you got Michael Jordan. You can't really argue that. You can't argue against Michael Jordan, man. He got 6. He got 6 rings, man. You can't argue against Michael Jordan. The Last Dance. You can't argue against Mike, man. He's the greatest player of all time. He is. He's the GOAT, man. He's the greatest of all time. So I'll give you Michael Jordan, man. I'll give you Michael Jordan. Am Hunter said, I would draft Killian Hayes, point guard, 6'5", 215, 19, playing in Europe, ratio farm, ultimate team. Develop him for the future. The youngin has good to be great skills. We don't have a lot of time to develop a point guard, in my opinion. It's either John Wall or bust right now. Scott Brooks is fighting for his job. He's on the hot seat. So I don't think Tommy Shepard would draft a point guard. I think that would piss off John Wall in the wrong way. And John Wall is kind of, I'm not going to say he has a big ego, but yeah, he does. Where you just would not draft a point guard right now. I would not do that. That would rub John Wall wrong. And it's not about stroking somebody's ego, but you got to build around John Wall. That's not helping John Wall. John Wall needs a big that can catch lobs, and he needs shooters, and we need some defenders around it. We don't need to draft another point guard. I get what you're saying, AM, and I saw Killian Hayes play. He has a nice step back. He can dribble, shoot, all that, take you off the dribble. He has a nice game. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Killian Hayes has a nice game. He's only 19. He's gonna be really good. It's gonna take a little bit of time. I think he's better than Troy Brown and other guys like that. But Killian Hayes, I would not draft Killian Hayes. I would not piss off John Wall. I would try to draft a big man, because we need a big man. No disrespect to Thomas Bryant, but we need another big man. Jan Mahimi's finally gone. Thank the Lord that Jan Mahimi is gone. Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm so happy that Jan Mahimi is off the books and off this roster. I'm so happy. But I would not draft a point guard. I wouldn't do it. Maybe in the second round, but you just gotta see who's the best available in the second round. But I would not draft Killian Hayes. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. That would not be good. That would not be good. Joe Bates said rim protection is a must for the Wizards. They just haven't been impressed at all defensively, but obviously they need a bit more than that. Yeah, some of it is coaching though. Scott Brooks has been a terrible defensive coach. He has. Some of that has been on him. We don't have a rim protector. We don't have a 7-foot guy that we just know is going to block shots. We don't have a Rudy Gobert. I mean, nobody really has a Rudy Gobert like that anyway, but we just don't have somebody who's a rim protector that's going to scare anybody. We don't have anybody that's going to scare anybody in the paint at all. We just don't. People come in the paint and do whatever. They dunk. They make layups. People don't. They're not scared of the Wizards in the paint. They just they don't go hard in the paint. They're just not scared of us in the paint at all. They're just not. And I'll be honest with you. JB Hardy said that the Clippers can't stop Luka. Nobody can stop Luka. Luka's been a madman. He's been a man possessed out there. He's been a man possessed. So it will be interesting tonight. It will be. It should be a good game. I got the Clippers winning though. I probably should have bet on this game, but I got the Clippers winning. I got to go playoff P, pandemic P, playoff Paul George. We'll see if he can step up tonight. Seth Curry was talking trash to Paul George last night. It was funny as crap the other day. And Steph Curry was on a virtual thing, and Steph Curry's wife, who was actually Doc Rivers' daughter, to make it a little bit messy, Paul George dated Doc Rivers' daughter. I think her name is Sonya Rivers or something like that. Sonya Curry now, because she's married to Seth Curry, who's playing on the Mavericks. So you just see the love triangle there. And Paul George cheated on what's her name. But I'm not going to get too much into that. Take that with one of my favorite movies, Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in South Central, man. One of my favorite movies ever. Shout out to Marlon Wayans. Shout out to Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans. Shout out to the funniest brothers on earth, the Wayans brothers. He said, would you take Andre Drummond in free agent? No, I would not. I would not. Too much money. He's actually not that bad. John Wall and Andre Drummond would not be bad because he can catch lobs, he can run the floor, he can block shots, he is a rim protector. Sometimes Andre Drummond, I've watched him play and he tries to dribble the ball too much. And he's just not good at that. Can't shoot threes, can't space the floor, and can't really guard shooting bigs, can't guard stretch fives, can't guard stretch fours. And the NBA is different. His free throw shooting is actually not that bad. Andre Drummond's not that bad. He's just too much money though. I don't think we have the money, the cap space for. I don't think we have the cap space for Andre Drummond because we got to pay John Wall a super max deal. You got to pay Bradley Beal on a max deal, and then you got to pay Davis Bertans, who's going to win a lot of money this summer. And I don't think we have the cap space for Andre Drummond. Now I think we can get somebody maybe like a Hassan Whiteside or DeMarcus Cousins. Those are the bigs that we can possibly get. But even those bigs are question marks because DeMarcus Cousins has had so many injuries. He's had so many injuries. So I don't know if you want to go after a DeMarcus Cousins. But to answer your question, I would not go after Andre Drummond. I would not. Tristan Thompson's a free agent. I don't know if I go after Tristan Thompson either because he is sometimes he's not really focused on basketball. He's focused on the Kardashians. So those are the free agent options that are out there. But I wouldn't go after Andre Drummond. I'd rather draft the guy out of USC Onwuaka and try to develop Thomas Bryant as well. Or like I said, just maybe take a flyer on DeMarcus Cousins. I would be like, all right, here, Boogie, take the contract. 1 year deal, minimum, veteran minimum, because you just don't know if Boogie Cousins is going to get an injury, because he's been so injury prone the last few years. So I would like, DeMarcus Cousins, just take $5 million for 1 year and we'll see how it works out with John Wall. You just got to try it and see what happens. Or those are only bigs that I see that the Wizards could really go. I don't see us getting too much money for Andre Drummond. He's going to win a max deal. He's going to win a lot of money. Like a lot of money. He's going to win a lot of money. Shamar Dosa said, "Yeah, we are better than the Bulls. We are better than the Bulls. That's facts. We definitely are." 1,000 subs, nobody is Dwayne Haskins the guy. He thinks he is. I think Dwayne Haskins is the guy. He's been playing really well. He's definitely gonna be the starter. But all right, guys, I'm gonna head out, man. It's been fun. I'm happy to be back. Somebody said. Movie Hood said, "Will we take a watch them?" Because I think we might. I wouldn't bet money on it, but I think we might. Because she's going to be cheap. He should be cheap. He shouldn't be expecting a lot of money because you just had an Achilles injury and he had an ACL injury not too long ago. So he should not be expecting a lot of money. And he can still score. He can still play. DeMarcus Cousins can still play. He played really well. At times he played well in the NBA Finals, but he's kind of washed up. That's the thing. So I don't know if I want DeMarcus Cousins, to be honest with you. Let's see here. I see y'all laughing in the comments. What y'all laughing about? Kenny Man Fitness at LOL. Definitely washed. Drummond washed too. Yeah, Jonathan Drummond's raw. BJ the Goat said, "Can you do practice reviews like Pedro?" I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see. I haven't had time though. I haven't had that time. But all right, y'all. Good night, man. All right, Shamar. I'm telling you, John Wall's gonna surprise you next year. He's gonna surprise you. Rose bars, all the clubs are closed. He's gonna surprise you. Aaron Nesmith. We'll see. We'll see. He's a good shooter. We'll see. We need defense though. We do. I wouldn't mind a shooter though. We could use some shooting too. I would take Boogie. He cooks big man. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna head out. Peace. Hell to the Washington football team.